What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. A bit of a different video today. I normally make content for, I would say, upper level players, diamond and above. I'm showcasing new comps, giving pro tips, stuff like that. But today I wanted to make a beginner guide. I had a few comments ask me, hey, can you make a video showing tips for new players? Because I move very, very fast in my videos, talking 100 miles a minute. And sometimes it can be hard to follow, especially if you're not very familiar with the game. So, as you can see right here, instead of 4,200 medals, I have 730 medals. I'm on an alt that is much, much lower than my main, and I just unlocked Spirit Empress. I have not lost on this account yet, except for once, because I was playing while driving, and I dropped my phone into the crack between my seat and my center console. So I lost that game, but I haven't lost besides that. So what I'm going to do today is play two games. I'm going to play one with King, and it's going to show you guys how to really play the game, an intro to what the cards do, what the interactions are like, some easy beginner tips, and then I am going to play a game with Spirit Empress. She is unlocked very early on at 700 trophies, but Spirit Empress is the key to this game. I'm going to teach you a few things about cycling, about how important merges are, and so let's go ahead, switch to King here, and we'll go ahead and jump into our first game. Alright guys, we found a match real quick. So the thing that you see right there was the big bucks. That is a modifier. There is a unique modifier for each game. What that is just something that's shared between all players, and it affects how you play the game. So you saw right there, we got the big bucks modifier, which means everybody else starts with +5 elixir. Obviously, you will use elixir to purchase your cards, just like you do in normal Clash Royale. Now, you can see right there, I bought the Valkyrie as my second card because it has the synergy with the Archer for the clan trait. All of these traits, every single card has two traits that it is a part of. You can see right here, we also have a Ranger trait, there's an Avenger trait. When I buy this Goblin, it's going to add a Goblin trait and Assassin trait. I'm not going to spend the time diving into those. Go watch my videos on traits if you want to learn more about that. So I am going to go ahead and do some quick cycling down here. Don't feel like you need to know what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I can to, stay ahead of the other players, because I want to keep my winning streak. So what King does is that when you lose, you will get +4 elixir for losing, the Royal Commission ability. Now, that's helpful because if you take a few losses early on in the game, then you're going to get more elixir than your opponents who beat you will, which will allow you to build up your team further. There are reasons that is not good as you progress in the game, and I will talk more about that in the Spirit Empress game. But now that we have some cards here, we've merged a card, which means we bought 2 copies. Now we need to start going for a comp. In my opinion, there are 3 main comps in this game. Throwers, Rangers, and Clan. I think that most of the top players would agree that Clan with the Avengers, and keep in mind there are 6. You can have 6 troops on your team if you played the game. If you know that, and so you have 6 troops with which to make a comp. Now, with the Rangers and the Throwers, there's a lot of variation within those comps. You have your 3 throwers, and then you can put Goblin, Goblin Machine, P.E.K.K.A., Skeleton King. I don't know why my brain is blanking on card names right now, but there's a lot of different stuff you can put up there that has synergies with kind of anything and everything. With throwers, that is not the case. With Clan, that is not the case. Clan has a pretty hard, fast team that you need to play if you want to win with it. It's going to be Archer, Queen, Bandit, Valkyrie for the 3 Avenger trait, and then you're going to have your Archer and your Barbarian to finish out the Clan trait, and then you'll normally throw in Mega Knight for the Ace and the Brawler trait. Those are the 3 main teams that you're going to want to go for. You can see right there, I went for the team. I finished out all my cards in round 4. I spent the first few rounds building up elixir, saving, getting some merges down, which allowed me to have enough elixir to sell my unnecessary units and actually go for a good comp when the 4th round rolled around. So, again, I'm gonna be moving maybe a bit faster than you guys can keep up with, but I do want to make sure I keep these wins, so we're going to go ahead and what does her tag say? Assert dominance in the battlefield or something like that. We're playing the dead guy, so it doesn't matter. That is something to note. When you lose a game, your troops will stay fighting your opponents. And you know, your opponent's lucky when they get to play against the dead guy because they are going to have much lower level troops. Now there is one thing that I do want to bring up here in a beginner guide is the card pool, and it is a complicated concept if you don't know how the game really works yet, but I do need to introduce it so that you guys are aware of how it works. Everybody draws from the same set of cards. So your shop down here is buying cards from a pool, and everybody else is buying cards from that same pool. Now, there are 20 cards in Merge Tactics. We know that. In the shop pool, there are 4 copies of each card. That means that there are 80 cards that you can purchase from the pool. So, you also start with cards. Everybody, you know that. You always start with 1 card. And then the Goblin trait, you can see here, you gain goblins by having 2 or more goblins on the field. And then there are specific modifiers that can give you more cards than you start with. But what that means is that in most cases, you will only be able to get 4 copies of a card maximum. You can see right there, I got some extra goblins because I have the goblin modifier, and that's what gave those to me. But since you're only able to get 4 of a card maximum, the highest you can get your cards is going to be 3 stars. For the most part. There are 4-star cards in the game. They're very, very strong. They're very rare as well. I'm not going to talk about those in this video. Plenty of videos out there that I have where I get 4-star cards. Go watch those if you want to see them in action. But for the most part, you're worried about getting 3 stars. What that means is that you are controlling a comp. So because I have 3 stars on these cards, nobody else is going to be able to get 3 stars. This guy's playing Juggernaut Undead, probably because of the buff to both of those teams, but we were able to win right there. In the pool, when you purchase 4 copies of a card, your opponent is no longer going to be able to purchase one of those cards. So that's why I was able to get the full throwers there, able to completely block my opponent from getting those cards, and because mine were higher stars, we won. He was going for cards that I had in my comp, not sure why. So we'll just go ahead and jump into the Spirit Empress game now. There's a lot more that I want to talk about regarding her, and it's going to be more about merges. So if you don't really understand how merging works, tune in for this section because this is where I'm really going to dive deep into that. We saw that the King's ability was that you gained 4 elixir when you lost. Spirit Empress has a different ability. She has the Fusion Foresight ability, which means that every merge grants you +1 bonus elixir. So, like I said, a merge is when you buy 2 copies of the same card. They merge into a higher star card. 1 and 1 goes to 2 stars, 2 and 2 goes to 3 stars, 3 and 3 goes to 4 stars. Traditionally, the way the game's designed, and if you're playing the Royale King, you are going to get 1 extra elixir for every merge that you make. With Spirit Empress, you get 2 elixir for each merge you make. By the way, before I go any further, I do want to talk about the damage. A lot of people don't understand how much damage you take. Sorry, let me go ahead and get a 3-star knight there. Yeah, we're sitting pretty with this. Let's just do this. Yeah, I know I'm going crazy fast when it comes to the actual shuffling and the gameplay. Don't get too caught up in that. That's just, you know, me cycling through to get the cards I want. I want to focus more on strategy and on theory in this video. And maybe this will be a series. Maybe this will be a series where I do a lot of videos, a lot of beginner guides. But right now I want to focus on some of the big basics. So check this out here. I'm going to do 3 damage to my opponent here. He's down to 7 health. I did 3 damage because I had 2 units remaining on the field, plus my King Tower. My King Tower counts as... I mean, I don't know if it counts as a unit. I don't know if that's the logic behind it. But it's always going to do 1 damage plus however many units you have on the field. So we're going to go for one of my favorite comps, which is the Throwers. Sorry, I can't spit it out today. Which is the Rangers. And we're going to talk about merging while I do that. So I'm getting 2 elixir every time I merge a card. The way I use this to my advantage is because with Spirit Empress, by buying 2 cards, merging them together, and then selling them, you are actually generating positive elixir trades, just like you do in standard Clash Royale. It's really funny how many concepts mirror each other here. But let's see if I can show this to you. I bought a stab goblin for 2. I'm going to buy a spear goblin for 2. Hopefully I can get to another goblin so I can show off this thing. Okay, let's look at this. I bought a Mega Knight for 4. I'm going to buy another Mega Knight for 4. It's going to give me 2 elixir for merging. I'm going to sell him for 7 elixir. So if you guys are tracking that math, you realize that I put 8 elixir into that card. I got the +2 for the merge, and then I got the +7 for the sale. So I put 8 elixir into that Mega Knight, and I got 9 elixir back. That's why merging is so important. So at the beginning of the game, I am going to merge cards, and then I'm going to sell them right away, because then I can use that extra elixir that I've gained to go back in and buy more cards and sell them and merge them and keep generating that infinite elixir in a way, because it truly is infinite if you're able to buy enough merges. That's a higher level concept when you get into the nitty gritty about, you know, the eco behind it. But I do want to bring that up here because it is a very important concept to know how to get elixir. And that is, I'm telling you what, if you understand this concept and you understand how you can buy, merge, sell, just 3 things: buy, merge, sell, buy the cheapest cards, merge them together, sell them for positive elixir trades. If you can find out how to do that repeatably in every game you play, you will be in diamond within weeks. I can almost promise you that. This is a strategy heavy game. Yes, you have to understand the game well enough to cycle quickly. That's something that comes with the territory. You'll learn how to do that. I know it looks like I'm moving a million miles a minute. I promise you'll learn how to do it. It is not that difficult when you actually get down to it. What you need to learn from this video, if you take away anything, I need you to take away buy, merge, sell. You will do that in the early game, and you will be so much better off than your opponents. You'll be able to have 3 times their amount of elixir when you get into rounds 3 and 4. That way you can build out a team to higher stars than they are. You're able to build out a team that nobody else is playing. And you will just win every single game until you meet players who have that same concept, down. So hopefully this video, I'm trying to cram so much content into one video, but hopefully it gave you a taste of the things you need to know to play Merge Tactics. If you have questions, please ask questions. I respond to every single comment I can. I really try to do that. If you want to see more videos like this, more beginner type stuff, if you want me to slow down even more and take it down to really the basics, let me know. I'd be happy to make that video as well. But I know there are a ton of new players coming to this game every day. I know it's still only like a month and a half old. It is not a very established game mode. There's going to be so many more changes coming, so much more content coming. I love seeing how big this Merge Tactics community is growing on my channel and just in general with Clash Royale. So hopefully this video helps you out. If you are new to the game mode, please subscribe. I make Merge Tactics videos every single day, except for next week. Well, there's going to be a lot of content coming out next week. I am actually going to visit one of my best friends who is a big Clash Royale player, top 3K finish last season. And we are going to be pumping out some content. Another one of my friends there who plays Clash. So we're going to have fun next week. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming. Some Merge Tactics, some standard gameplay, maybe just some random videos. I don't know, trying to get into some of the IRL videos. I really would love to do some of that. So make sure you're subscribed to get notified and keep in touch with everything that I'm posting. Please drop a like if this helped you out at all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.